Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass. In the last episode, we came here to the Isle of Ember, where we're in search of Astrid, a fortune teller who might be able to help us find the way to the ghost ship. Let's start by having a look around. To a completely empty house. Sinister. Obviously, as you can tell, the island's having a bit of a bad time with eruptions and stuff at the moment. What does this sign say? Fortune teller. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. Let's head in. Bit of new music, at least. No one around, so let's head downstairs. And introducing Octorok. So this thing's will fire at you. This is what I basically wanted the shield for, is actually then walking into, looking straight at these guys will tend to block them with the shield. But mostly these ones aren't even firing, which is kind of fortunate, I guess. So, let's approach this door.
Hang on, Doctor. I feel a presence on the other side of this door.
Hey, I hear footsteps behind there.
But this door looks pretty oh, that was
the... I thought that was Astrid talking. That was still...
Hey, I saw footsteps behind here. Oh.
I tried to even do a second take of it, that just didn't work.
This door looks pretty locked to me. What should we do? Hey, let's call out. Ready? Okay, call out something now, loud and clear.
Hello! Who is there?
Someone heard you! You did it, Doctor!
Yes, I actually had to pick the gamepad up and yell into the microphone. That's a thing at several points in this game. The monster is gone? Get me out of here!
It's safe out here. Who are you? The fortune teller Astrid?
Yes, that's right. My name is Astrid. I was sealed in here to hide from monsters. I didn't foresee one thing. I can't open the door from inside. I don't know who you are, but would you open it, please? Thank you, and good luck, because this will be tricky. Do you see the map hanging beside the door? Well, that map is somehow the key to opening the door. You don't know how the door in your own fucking basement opens, and yet you went and hid in it. Unfortunately, only my assistant Kaio knows secret of it.
Okay, got it. So we have to find Kaio to learn the secret. Hold on, Astrid. We'll get you out of there as soon as possible.
So if we look at the map, it says, mark the locations of our island's 3 torches. I don't know why we now need to find Kaio to know that secret. The map says it pretty clearly, but there we go. So, we now, in order to find Kaio, this is his house. He's not in it. There is a torch, though. Let's mark that as being there. And a little bit of a notebook. If you're reading my words, it means I have fallen to fate. So look east to pick up the torch and take up my duty. Kaio.
Doctor, this is Kaio's journal. Looks like he travelled to the east side of the island. Let's go that way too.
Yeah, it also says he's fucking dead, but there we go. Let's ignore that inconvenient fact for now then. Oh! Now let's bushwhack a little bit and actually see if I can get some hearts up a little bit, but I think not. Bushes actually very rarely contain hearts. Hearts are usually found in jugs. Ooh, an electric gate. Summit path! Approval needed for entry. Well, we'll get there with time, I suppose. Oh, Tektites! So these are actually quite handy to target with like the tap strike, because they tend to move around a little bit, but you can target them relatively well. Anyway, if we head up here, a fallen adventurer. Look, Doctor. Brute force will get you nowhere.
Ah! It's a ghost! Get him, Doctor!
Ah, wait. Give me some warning before you come at me. I must look really bad, but I swear, I am not a bad ghost.
Well, to be honest, he doesn't really look like an evil ghost.
My name is Kaio. I used to work for Astrid, the fortune teller.
Oh, just look at what's become of you, you poor thing.
If you believe in fate, then it's not so bad. I do feel much lighter. Of graver concern, though, is what's happened to Astrid. It haunts me.
We just saw Astrid. She asked us to open the door. The locks are in.
What? So Miss Astrid is all right? Well then, please open the door for me. I will tell you a secret. The 3 torches on this island are key to understanding. Keep that in mind and you may be able to open the door. 1 torch is right here. Make a note on your map, lest you forget. Please take care of Astrid. The final torch is a bit more of an arse to find. If you're looking closely at... Oh, I'm having a bit of a shocker with these guys. I might actually... Death is a very real risk. Oh, there's Pikachu. Don't touch those. They're electric, much like in Wind Waker. Yeah, well, as ever, in an early on in the game, you can have a bit of a bad time with health, because you haven't got a great deal. That's the third torch, by the way, just on top of us here. So, with that, let's see if we could successfully head back to town! Ooh, they got. Let's head back to town. Town, the main cluster of houses. The 4 of them on this tiny island. So, back in Astrid's basement. Mark the locations of our island's 3 torches. Well, according to my map, there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. Yeah. You touched the right places. Heard that one before. Thank you for opening door. I am finally free to go outside once again. You bested the monsters who guarded me, so you are no ordinary traveler. May I ask your names? Doctor. It evokes kindness and strength in the same breath. A lovely name. Now tell me, what brought you to our island? A ship.
The Doctor is looking for his friend who was taken by the ghost ship. Astrid, we were hoping that you might have some insights.
Is that so? The ghost ship came to our island only a few days ago. Well, that's why I was hidden away to escape its ruinous reach. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Kaio since then.
Astrid, about that, well, Kaio, he's...
I see. I sensed it, just as I foresaw. But it was destiny. Well, life has little use for mourning, so Kaio thought. Shall I tell your fortune? Please wait for me upstairs. If others are with you, please bring them along to my chambers. Oh, she said something else there. I completely failed to read it. I looked at it, but just didn't read it. Confound it, you think someone who sees the future would be on time? Where is Astrid? Let's get our fortunes told and be done with it. Greetings. Now, if everyone is here, we can begin. Open my eyes to the future, a sinister darkness, the mighty sea, and a voice of sacred light. I see it, I shall speak, listen with your hearts. If you really want to find Ghost Ship, Doctor, you must be ready to clash with the very darkness itself. Knowing that, do you still wish to rescue Tetra? Oh, very nice, the honesty in your eyes is crystal clear. Now make haste to the Temple of Fire on the summit of this island. There you must defeat the power of darkness that haunts that place. You will find what you need to open the path that lies ahead of you. You have it within you to alter our doomed course of events, Doctor. But the light that seeks your help is growing faint. Please hurry. Power of darkness, eh? Hey, kid. I just remembered I have to go and polish the ship's rudder. Later, kid.
Ugh, what's with Linebeck? Oh, let's just let him be and hurry to the temple.
So with that, do you remember I pointed that thing out that said summit access needs permission? We now have that, so let's head around to where that was. And there we go, we can reach the Temple of Fire at the peak here. Come on, tap the door to open it, Doctor. Very cool. Now, as we proceed upwards, there's a few more Pikachus. Obviously, we can't fight them at the moment, because if you hit them, you just get electrocuted, which is not good. But we just generally want to make our way higher up the island.
Look, the volcano is erupting! Watch out for falling rocks! Oh.
Not do just that. Oh, there's red tektites here, which do take an additional hit to kill. Remember that chest? We'll be getting that in just a second, but it's an easy one to miss. And yeah, as you can see from the map, the Isle of Ember is not a complex map at all. We just end up walking around.
That must be the temple, but the entrance is sealed.
Interesting. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's head around and grab ourselves that treasure from the top. 20 quid, not to be sniffed at. As I say, you should always take opportunities for money in this game just because they do come pretty rarely. And if we talk to this sign, read the sign, blow out the flames to illuminate the path ahead. And indeed, that's the thing you can do in this game. Point at this, and then we just go... Simple as that. We actually blow into the microphone and goes on the screen at the same time, apparently. Then we can just do that.
We can enter the temple, Doctor. Let's go and face up to that power of darkness.
Right, let's head in. So this is the first major dungeon, the Temple of Fire.
Ugh, so hot. Oh no, there are flames everywhere. You better not touch them. Don't go and burn yourself, Doctor.
So let's obviously not go and burn ourselves here, and there's not a lot open to us here. That way is closed, and so I guess going right is our only real option here. There's a choo-choo which will kill. And there's a locked door there, but there's this little thing on the wall here. Don't make haste. Make note of the one safe path. Let's have a look then. That looks like this area up to the top here, so we want to go yeah, close enough.
I wonder what that means, but let's make a note of it. Go ahead and copy that by writing it on your map.
She will keep saying that stuff even when we know we should be doing that. And you may have noticed there that choo-choo bounced off our shield, by the way. Anyway, down here, the classic of the Zelda dungeon, the kill all the enemies room, of which there'll be many more to come, don't you worry. But upon doing this one, we open the door out, and we also get our way through to a chest. And you notice both those little changes that happened are marked on the top screen at the moment. There's a little door has opened, and a little thing is now available, which is quite cool. It's very handy for just like showing you exactly where in the dungeon stuff may have changed, which can be handy in some of the more complex dungeons later. This one, super simple though. Alright, let's follow the path I laid out there, so we need to go up that way, then right, and that way, then there. Open the chest for another 20 quid. Don't sniff at it. Oh, that opens there, and then we go down, and then we go around that way, and there we go. Now, what do you reckon we do with all 4 of these? One of the very few cases where you actually have to use the spinner attack. I, for some reason, thought that whole thing got disabled after we ran through it the once. Absolutely not true. Right, let's head back to that central area. And up we go. Now here we've got these kind of red blocks that are raised and in the way. And this is an old Zelda mechanic. Oh, Pikachu. Hit the switch, and the red ones will lower, but the blue ones will raise. So that means that those blue ones are now up, but these red ones are away, so we can proceed through them. Yeah, we just have to be aware of Pikachus, because they are not possible to fight at the moment, but soon. So here we fight these little things, which I believe are just called gels. If they were to touch you, they don't do any damage, but they just kind of grapple onto you, and you just have to rub them to get them off. It's a bit weird, but they're not really a threatening enemy at all. They're just a strange one. But, with enough of those killed, the door opens, and a large chest has appeared, which will have something important in it. Indeed, it is the boomerang. This item follows the path you draw on the screen. One of the things this game absolutely fucking excels at is the way it uses items. It is unusual, this game, in that it is the first main series Zelda game, though perhaps it's not main series because it's on a console, but it is one of the only Zelda games to not introduce any new item. Every single, usable item that is in this game has already existed in another Zelda game. But they all use the touchscreen, and some of them are really fucking clever and very intuitive and just very good, and the boomerang is a brilliant case of that. A boomerang! Know how to throw it? First, tap the item icon to equip the boomerang. Then just draw a line and it will follow that flight path, straight or curvy. Give it a try, throw it around this room to get the hang of it. So yeah, we tap the boomerang up there, and then we go, woohoo, and it'll do exactly what we draw it to do. There's also a shortcut for this. If you hold out, then you automatically equip it that way rather than having to kind of tap up there. It won't make much of a difference in terms of what you see, but it is a bit of a difference there. Let's hit that. There we go, get that, and hit that switch. You can tell when it's targeted something because it does that little, ding-ding effect. Which is pretty cool. With that, we can work our way around here. So here, we have some torches which are spitting fire at us, so we have to kind of make sure we keep moving. But we just need to make sure we hit both of those as soon as possible with the boomerang. I think I actually did get hit there by the sounds of it. But that opens the way and allows us to go back downstairs. Right, now we can also fight Pikachus, because the boomerang, whilst, as is traditional in Zelda games, it can't do a great deal of damage, it can stun enemies, which is very handy for ones with defenses like the Pikachu. If we hit this gossip stone as well, this is interesting. Boing! There are no treasure chests on this floor. They will tell you how many chests are remaining on each floor, and for a fee will tell you where they are. But that's not necessary here. For this is an interesting one. If we were to hit this, it opens our way through there, but seals us in here. We actually have to use the boomerang here quite cleverly. And this is where the real strength of the touchscreen boomerang comes in, as we can draw a little line down there. And safely from outside, do that. Which is really cool, I must say. I really like what they do with the boomerang in this game, and the way it's used is just very clever. Again, here you kind of go around there. I think I've hit that wall. No, I didn't hit the wall. Excellent. And that creates a quick shortcut back to the beginning. You notice we've kind of come back to where we entered the temple now, basically. So, but let's head down here. And we have bubbles here. Bubbles you can't actually target. They move too fast. You just need to make sure your line does kind of intercept them. So it can be a bit of a fine art to do it. But there we go. And with the way open, let's head upstairs. Now here, we don't technically need to do what I'm going to do here, but it is very useful if we kill all of the key seer. Because they're on fire, we can't actually hit them with our normal attacks. Oh, let's get a heart, hopefully. But we can always hit them with a boomerang. Oh, got him on the return stroke, wasn't expecting that. This is another gossip stone for another floor, and this one now says, there's one treasure chest left on this floor, and it'll cost me 20 rupees to see where it is. No thanks, I know exactly where it is, but the offer is appreciated and can sometimes be handy. Let's pull this lever. That didn't do anything, but we'll get there. If we hop over here, go around the bottom of this, and then up, then hop over there, kill this third keys, and having killed the third keys, the chest appears right here, which has 20 quid. Those weird little platforms that we're standing on usually mean something will appear there if you do the right thing. We can now pull this other lever, and open the way across. There, because we're quite far from it, that's where the map is actually really handy for showing exactly what has changed with regards to the map, which is really cool. Let's hit... Let's not hit that, maybe. Let's hit that. It's also when my shield comes in handy, you see? Oh, if I bring my thing out, it doesn't work. Let's transition over there. And we hit a locked door. So let's go back into the airlock. This isn't me being like, hey, showing off, I just genuinely forgot that we need to go get the key first. I couldn't remember which way was which. You won't be surprised to know, dear viewer, that I wrote down in my notes which way to go first. Did I follow my notes? Absolutely not. Anyway, that's the route that's now opened to us. No, it wasn't. Now I'm just completely fucking losing it. Here is the one that's opened. Ah! And we got a little rat with a key. Now this one, there's no real trick to. You just gotta kind of do this, and then when he comes out, let it go nuts around there, and the chance that, oh, it actually picked up the key automatically. Brilliant. That was very good. Let's head over to that locked door I just found then. And let's open up that door. And we head up to the third floor. I don't know where physically this is supposed to be, because, you know, there was only a volcano there, so I guess we're just kind of in the crater, but we're going up, which is weird. Anyway, get off me. Thank you. We can't go this way because there's a locked door there. Let's head down to... Get away from me. Right, at the top here we have some candles again, which means we can actually blow them out. This isn't a mechanic that's in the game a great deal, which is handy, but it is a little bit. And we have these 4 switches. If we hit them all, nothing happens! That's because you actually have to hit them in a very specific order, which we can learn by heading down this way. We head over to this thing, it says, quick as you can, flip the 4 switches in order. So let's write that order down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll head back up there now that we have the order.
Oh, where do you see something of note? Write it on your map.
Really? You hadn't mentioned that so far. And now we look at the top screen, we get the order as 1, 2, 3, 4. I really like the way... Like, the dungeon design, at least for this first one, is very simple, but it's very effective. And it works so nicely with the boomerang. It's a lot of fun. And we're going to hold it there, I think. Thank you very much for watching. We have come to the Isle of Ember and delved halfway, I'd say roughly, into the Temple of Fire. Actually, less than halfway. We're basically at the top. More than halfway, because we're basically at the top. I hope you'll join me next time, where we will do the rest of the temple. Thank you very much, and good day.